So when you start building a connection with God, and you start feeling closer, you start reading your Bible more, you start praying daily, you really start getting in the habit of it, you will have spiritual attacks. You will be spiritually targeted by the enemy, by the devil. And this is what we call spiritual warfare, and it happens with pretty much everybody, but not a lot of people talk about it. And when I say you'll be attacked by demons, I wish I was joking or making this up when I say these things, because when we hear that, we think it's make-believe. A lot of times people think demons are just make-believe, but they truly exist in our world, and I've encountered them before, and maybe you have too, but they're definitely not fake. So we need to understand how the process of these things work so that we can overcome the spiritual warfare. These attacks will come in a bunch of different forms. For example, you will have random thoughts about things you've done in the past, or maybe you'll be trying to sleep and you'll have torment of reminders of things you've done that have distanced you from God, things you feel guilty of and shame of. And that's a tactic used by the enemy to manipulate you into falling into despair. And when you fall into despair, you think you're not worthy of God's love, which is not true. All of us are worthy of God's love. And that's a big trick that the devil likes to use, is making us fall into despair or feel hopeless, when that's not the case. And it can come up in your dreams when you're sleeping. It can come to you in person as well. You can be sent a person. When you have when you start getting on a spiritual connection and journey towards getting closer to God, there will be people sent into your life to try and distract you and navigate you away from your purpose. And this has happened to me. This has happened to plenty of people. Some people don't even realize it's a trick, a distraction. This isn't to say everybody that comes in your life is horrible. There's obviously good people, but you need to really think about who you're letting into your life, because people can impact your life a lot, even people you think can't impact it. So when these things happen, when you're getting attacked, when you feel these trials and events happening that are hard in your life, it means you're getting close. It means you're getting closer to the person that you need to be. You're getting closer to that level of consciousness you know you are meant to be at. You're getting closer to your vision. When you are feeling tempted and have these thoughts, a good way you can look at it is think of it as an opportunity and not a temptation. It's an opportunity for you to gain spiritual strength, because when you overcome it, you will come out stronger every time, spiritually stronger every single time. And when you fall, it doesn't mean you're a weak person. It just means you have to get back up, you have to try again, and the next time you're tempted, you overcome it. That's how you get stronger. And then the next time, you overcome it as well. So look at it as an opportunity. when you feel the presence of these spiritual attacks, the main thing you must do is run to God. Run and start praying. Start reading the Bible. Get off your phone if that's something that's that you feel is leading you towards these, and you feel these spiritual attacks. What you should do is run to God. Run as fast as you can to God and start praying, start reading your Bible, start you can fast, but don't entertain it. Don't entertain these thoughts in your head, these demons that are trying to tempt you into doing stuff that will bring you further away from God. And like I said in the beginning, these things are not fake. I have had examples in my own life that I can share briefly with you. So when I first started reading the Bible and getting closer to God, I'd say I was deep into it, about over a year and a half, and I was committed, but I finally finished the Bible and I thought, I'm good, I'm set for life. I read what I needed to read, and I know the truth, so I can't be taken down. I can't have, that's the way I thought. But around that time, after a year and a half, there was somebody that got sent into my life, and at the time I was foolish and I didn't have much understanding of what was happening. Even though I read the Bible, even though I believed in God, and even though I knew what was right and what was wrong, I still wasn't spiritually strong enough and connected, and I fell pretty hard after that, and it was extremely hard to get back up from that deep downfall that I had. And another one that happened recently was I was in a Airbnb in Arizona, and while I was there, I was kind of getting these ideas started in my head, and I was fasting. I fasted 3 days. While I was there, I just watched a bunch of YouTube on Christianity, and I really wanted to flip my life around, and it was a successful few days, but by the end of it, when I broke my fast, the same night, I would get text messages from only way I can describe it is a demon, a person I used to talk to in my life that I know has the spirit of lust inside of them. And so after my fast, right after my fast, I get these messages, or I get this reminder, and it's no coincidence that this happens directly after I finish my fast, directly after I'm trying to give my life back to Jesus. So these things are not fake. And another one. Since the beginning of 2026, I've been truly trying to get my life together and direct it towards God as much as I can. And just recently, not even a few days ago, like 2 days ago, even yesterday and today, I was receiving messages from a person I haven't met yet, and I was talking to them, you know, because I'm gonna respond to somebody talking to me, and I don't know this person, obviously. She was texting me, so I responded. So we talked, and I go to look through her social media posts, right? And I scroll down a good amount, and I find a picture. I can't even make this up. I find a picture that she drew and posted about. It was a little slide of pictures, and it was a straight up demon. It was a drawing of a demon, and it had writing on it. It said something about the devil, and it said, "We are many, we are legion." And I genuinely cannot make this up. These demons are really out here, and they will attack you when you're on this spiritual journey. When you're trying to improve yourself, it is guaranteed you will have people trying to take you down, and they're just, you can tell that they're sent by some kind of force that doesn't want to see you succeed. The enemy, the devil, however you want to see it, it exists, and it's not fake. All that to say, no matter what happens, no matter how much you feel, and no matter how much you face, always run back to God. Always. Never for a second fall into despair and think that God will not accept you back in His life, in your life. Just love God, feed your spirit more than your flesh. And I know it's not always what you want, but it is definitely what you need. And I promise you, having a clean spirit will always be so much more rewarding than having these pleasures that the world will offer. So, thank you for watching.